was too real for me. The first time I saw that TikTok, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, am I a rock for real? You don't have to tell me how much money you make or how much income you got, but like, how many of y'all actually have disposable income? Like, how many of y'all can pay your bills and knock all of that stuff out, and then you got a couple $100s to get some J's or take your shawty out or like go see a movie? Like, how many of y'all have money left over after basic living costs in Florida?
Hey, I like how you started it off. We're being robbed. Cause yes, we're being robbed and trying to find a house. But
Is, can I afford to do this, or can I afford to live in this area or make this career change? But like, really, like, people deserve a thriving wage, not just a living wage. A living wage means that you're not going into debt or you're not living paycheck to paycheck. But so many of us don't have. Corporations made record profits during COVID. This was COVID, and PPP was the biggest transfer of wealth from the public into private entities literally since Reagan. Like, the stuff that was going down during COVID, price gouging at Walmart, wars, patents over the vaccine, police budgets being bloated. This kind of economic shift that we saw during COVID made it worse for working people and made everything better for corporations and wealthy private interests. If you look at this graph and you look towards 2020 and 2021, notice that the net profits are almost like rising to be almost identical with their operating profits, which means that basically, like, to dumb it down, corporations are over time making more and more and more profit as the American story rolls out. However, there is a huge, significant jump as COVID decimated the economy and put everyone at the mercy of these large institutions. When the grocery store down the road wasn't open anymore, and we had to go to Walmart, right? Like, when the clinic down the road wasn't open anymore, and everybody had to go to daycare. Like, these kinds of weak points in our economic system expose that a lot of these people really aren't at risk. It's just us. It's just working families that are at risk. Even though 22 of the wealthiest companies massively increased their profits and secured wealth like we've never seen before, that did not come down to working families. That did not come down to working class people. Not living in some kind of post-COVID depression. Like, the economy is fine and workers are not. And it's because all of the wealth moved right up in the opposite direction that trickle-down said that it should have. A lot of us, and when I say us, I mean people in justice work or people that are passionate about the issues, we have a view of Black and brown people or underdeveloped communities as places that have been left behind, right? Like, state in a direction, or our city's going in a direction, they're including us in that. We're being left behind while they get richer. And it's actually the opposite. Like, us being left behind is required for them to make the money that they need to make. So I put here that inflation doesn't actually spark corporate profits, it's the other way around. So we have to, like, let go of this idea of inflation as this mystical force that, like, oh, it's the helium ruler and everyone's trying to make their little extra profit, so then we're all in a relationship of price gouging, when it's actually the opposite. Costs have actually decreased by 1% over the past 10 years, and then during COVID, because as our technology sophisticates itself, as America moves forward, it's actually becoming easier to mine and harvest and produce.